There are certain things we all grew up hearing, little facts whispered by parents, teachers, friends, things we never questioned because everyone around us believed them too. But what if I told you some of the most common health truths you've heard in your life were never true at all? In this video, we're going to be pulling back the curtain and revealing the truth about some of the most common and rather obscure health myths that have become infamous for their widespread belief. The first myth we're going to be breaking down today is one I'm sure you've heard many times before, and that is that we only use 10% of our brains. This myth has fueled countless theories about one day humans tapping into this unused brain power and transcending into some godlike sci-fi beings. However, the truth is much more boring. This myth most likely stemmed from misinterpretation of early neurological research. In the 19th and 20th century, researchers were only just beginning to understand the brain's structure and its function. Some noted that only a small portion of the brain appeared to be actively involved in thought, leading to the assumption that the rest was simply inactive. This theory was eventually fueled by pop culture and movies. One movie in particular is Limitless. This movie follows a burned out writer who discovers a pill that allows him to lock his brain's full potential. This leads him to use his intelligence to quickly become a powerful figure. Modern neuroscience shows that nearly every part of the brain is active. Imaging tools reveal that even simple tasks like speaking, reading, or listening to music engage in multiple regions simultaneously. This is why even minor injuries to the brain can cause massive impairment in movement, speech, and thought. Now, this next theory on our list was a conspiracy that even I fell for. And not just for a little bit, but for practically the first 20 years of my life, and that is to always tilt your head back during a nosebleed. I swear, every time when I was a kid and I got sent to the school nurse because I had a bloody nose, the nurse would always sit with me and make sure I had my head tilted back to make the bleeding stop. I swear that this is true. But apparently, she was just praying for my downfall the whole time. Because tilting your head back is actually the last thing you want to do when you have a nosebleed. Tilting your head back during a nosebleed will prevent less blood from coming out of your nose. However, that blood has to go somewhere. And tilting your head back will cause the blood to go down your throat instead. This can lead to choking and a whole host of other problems. Not only that, but tilting your head back can actually worsen the nosebleed, leading you to bleed even more. This is because when you tilt your head back, blood is flowing away from the damaged site. This prevents your blood from clotting, causing the blood to just keep flowing instead of hardening. The best way to deal with a nosebleed is actually the complete opposite of this myth. The most efficient way of dealing with a nosebleed is sitting in an upright position, pinching the nose, and leaning slightly forward. Leaning slightly forward allows the blood to clot at the damaged site, allowing your nose to naturally heal itself. Now, the next theory on our list could be a matter of life and death, and could possibly result in you going down with whoever was bitten, and that's the myth of sucking venom out of a snake bite. Before modern medical knowledge, sucking out the venom, in all honesty, sounds pretty practical, but sounding practical is a lot different from being practical. Just like with nosebleeds, this myth just causes even more damage if applied to a real-world scenario. Typically in the movies, when you see this technique, it involves cutting off blood flow to wherever was bitten, cutting open the wound, and a person sucking out all the venom. However, in real life, this can cause some major problems. The first problem starts with blood flow. You might think it's a good idea to cut blood flow to prevent venom from spreading to other portions of the body. But by doing this, you are causing venom to pool up in one area of the body, which is much more dangerous than letting it flow freely. The next problem presents itself with cutting open the wound. Cutting open the wound only increases the chances for infection or nerve damage. Lastly, there's a few problems when it comes to the sucking part. Sucking out venom actually has no first aid benefit. While it is true you may be able to suck out some of the venom, that amount that you can is negligible and is actually more likely to spread bacteria from your mouth to the bite site, causing infection. The only thing you can really do is call 911 as quickly as possible. Trying to suck out the venom will only waste valuable time you could be using to contact first responders, as anti-venom is the only real thing that can help you in this situation. So yeah, turns out a lot of the health facts we grew up hearing were just recycled nonsense. From brain myths to nosebleeds to snake bites. If you believed even one of these, don't worry, so did everyone else. And if you still believe them, you might be hopeless. Drop a myth you grew up hearing in the comments and I'll break it down in a future video. But if you guys enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you.